coming out party for the high school kid, Kobe Bryant.
At 17 years old, Kobe was in the NBA All-Star.
This job that they think they can do. I can do that. That's what I'm doing. I studied the game, and it just never changed. Everything was done to try to learn how to become a better basketball player. Everything.
Bryant for three. Puts it in. Kobe Bryant from downtown.
And I talked to Magic, Michael, Bird, Hakeem Olajuwon, Jerry West, Oscar Robinson, Bill Russell. We'll be fine. We'll be all right. We'll be all right. We'll be all right.
Kobe Bryant was one of those, and in so many ways, his legacy was just beginning.
Dear basketball, Glenn King and Kobe!
This is the first Oscar and nomination for Glenn. His 13-year-old daughter, Gianna Gigi Bryant, who perished in a helicopter crash in January 2020, along with 7 others. The investigation into the crash's cause has caused...
And what can I say? Mamba out.
Kobe Bryant was an outstanding basketball player of our time, nicknamed Black Mamba for his mesmerizing style of play. Kobe seemed to hypnotize his opponents and then made a lightning-fast, accurate shot. Today, we will tell you about the life of the legendary basketball player. Kobe Bean Bryant was born in Philadelphia on August 23, 1978. Kobe's father, Joe Bryant, also played basketball professionally, was an NBA asset, played for American teams and for a number of Italian clubs. The mother, Pamela Cox, is the sister of professional basketball player Chubby Cox. Kobe was a long-awaited son in the family. The spouses already had 2 daughters, but Joe dreamed of a boy. Very much wanted a son, so that there was someone to pass on the secrets of basketball. Joe played for the club Philadelphia 76, so the family lived in the city. When he and Pamela found out they were having a boy, Joe took his wife to an expensive restaurant. They saw on the menu a dish of the famous Japanese beef. This is the meat of cows of a special breed, bred in the city of Kobe. Joe and Pamela liked the word and decided to name their son that. Seriously play basketball. Kobe began abroad. The fact is that when the boy was 6 years old, his family temporarily moved to Italy, where the father of the family continued his sports career. Therefore, the boy went to school there, and he had to learn Italian, and at the same time, and Spanish. Most Italians are obsessed with soccer. It's their #1 game. Kobe was into it too. He began to play soccer, showing good success. Later, Bryant admitted that if the family had spent a couple more years in Italy, he would definitely become a soccer player. Among the soccer idols, Kobe called Frank Rijkaard and Ronaldinho, and he always supported the club Milan. But basketball Kobe did not forget. After all, his father began to teach him this game when the child was 3 years old. The boy was 13 when the Bryants returned to the United States. The family lived very modestly. Give their son to a private school, Joe and Pamela could not because of the lack of money. Kobe went to study in a regular school, Lower Merion, in Ardmore, a suburb of Philadelphia. He was recruited for the school's basketball team. Here, he played under the numbers 24 and 33. Young Bryant immediately drew attention to himself. He broke several records. For Kobe began to hunt for different clubs. Traditionally in the United States, hopeful high school students in sports receive invitations from various universities. They are offered grants, the opportunity to study and play for student teams. Only after passing this stage, young people become professionals. Bryant broke this system. At the age of 17, he made the decision to immediately make his way to the NBA. Kobe put his candidacy on the draft board. That's what the rookie draft is called. He was accepted by the Charlotte Hornets, who immediately lost the young man to the Los Angeles Lakers under a preliminary agreement between these clubs. Bryant at that time was a minor, so the first professional contract in his life was signed by his parents. At first, Kobe played in matches held outside the NBA championship, and every time going on the court, Bryant left no chance to the opponent. The coach of the Los Angeles club, Jerry West, said that Kobe went through the defense as a roller. Finally, Bryant, number 8, was put up in an NBA game. He was 18 years old at the time and became the youngest player in the history of the association. Kobe amazed fans with his efficiency. He brought the Lakers dozens of points in every game. It so happened that in the Lakers, Bryant played in a pair with another famous basketball player, the winner of many titles, Shaquille O'Neal. Together, they brought their team 3 consecutive NBA titles. Unfortunately, both players were natural-born leaders, and on this basis, between them began an outright feud. O'Neal didn't want to give up his place as the winning symbol of the team, and Black Mamba couldn't put up with a secondary role. In the end, youth won out. Shaquille went to the Miami Heat, and Kobe became the main star of the Lakers. In the team, Kobe was assigned number 8, but when the 24th number was released, the basketball player took it to himself in memory of his participation in the school team. After the athlete's career ended, both of these numbers were taken out of circulation in the team. At the beginning of his sports career, Kobe Bryant got into hip-hop. He participated in rap battles under the creative pseudonym 8 and achieved success. The group Cheese-Ow was created, in which Bryant performed as a soloist. In November 1999, 21-year-old Bryant met 17-year-old dancer Vanessa Lane. He came to the recording studio to work on his debut music album, which eventually never came out, and saw the girl starring in the music video of the band Tha East Sidas. Later, Kobe repeatedly admitted that he fell in love with Vanessa at first sight. They began dating, and in May 2000 announced their engagement. Bryant's parents, his sisters, and other relatives were strongly opposed to Kobe marrying Vanessa. They didn't like everything about it. They didn't like that he was too young, that his fiancée was underage, that she wasn't African American, but Kobe wouldn't back down. The last argument of the relatives was a categorical refusal to attend the wedding. Joe Bryant even persuaded the coach of the Lakers, and he did not allow the club's players to walk at Kobe's wedding, but it still took place on April 18, 2001, and Kobe did not draw up a prenuptial agreement. The newlyweds settled in the town of Newport Beach. Bryant bought a house there. Over time, he had several houses in the state of California. In 2000, 21-year-old Kobe Bryant was on the cover of Forbes, armed with a new 6-year contract for $71 million in sponsorship agreements with Adidas, Mattel, Sprite, Spalding, and Giorgio Armani. In January 2003, the couple had a daughter, Natalia. The birth of a baby girl put an end to the family quarrel. Kobe's parents were touched by the birth of a granddaughter. However, the family idol was destroyed by an extremely unpleasant story, which got Bryant. In the summer of 2003, the police in Eagle, Colorado, arrested a basketball player on suspicion of rape, 19-year-old maid in one of the local hotels. Kobe had flown to Colorado for surgery on an injured knee. The maid claimed Bryant raped her in his hotel room the day before the surgery. In court, Bryant had to admit the fact of intimacy with the girl, but the basketball player insisted that everything happened voluntarily. The case was closed in September 2004, after the accuser refused to testify in court. Despite the unproven allegations, McDonald's and Nutella terminated Bryant's contracts. But Nike, which signed John Bryant to a 4-year deal before the scandal broke, stood by the basketball player. That support resulted in a long and fruitful cooperation. Bryant's signature model in the line of Nike for 15 years remained one of the best-selling products. His wife forgave Kobe his infidelity. The second daughter, Gianna, was born in May 2006. The family seemed to have a great relationship, however. In December 2011, Vanessa unexpectedly filed for divorce. As a reason, she used the standard for America wording, irreconcilable contradictions. The spouses asked for joint custody of their daughters. In January 2013, the Bryants reported on social media that they withdrew the divorce petition. Kobe's fans were happy. In December 2013, Vanessa gave birth to her third daughter, Bianca, and Capri was born in June 2019. In 2013, Bryant founded Kobe Inc. Kobe Inc.'s first investment was in a new sports drink called Body Armor. The player bought 10% of the shares of this company for about $5 million. This investment was extremely successful. In 2018, Coca-Cola invested $300 million in the startup, as a result of which the value of Bryant's share rose to $200 million. The last match Kobe Bryant played in April 2016, when his home team Lakers defeated Utah in another championship. Kobe scored 60 points in that game. He was replaced 4 seconds before the end, so Bryant could be given a standing ovation. After the game, Kobe took the microphone to say goodbye to the team, fans, and basketball. Mamba's leaving. Bryant finished his speech with a shaky voice, and his words were drowned out by the thunderous applause from the stands. This decision was not easy for the champion, but he left victorious. Only the club members, numerous masseurs, chiropractors, doctors, and other staff know what it took for Bryant to show up on the court and once again be the best of the best players, a record breaker, breaking his own records. Numerous injuries and age have taken their toll, and the fact that Bryant has always given his best, just as he did when he was younger, does him credit. Be that as it may, the athlete retired at the peak of glory, having achieved the realization of a childhood dream. During his professional career, Black Mamba won many awards. Among them, 5 championship titles, twice won gold at the Olympic Games, won the U.S. Championship. In addition, Bryant has made the All-Star Game 18 times, the All-Star Team 15 times, and the NBA All-Star Defense Team 12 times. In 2015, Bryant won the title of the NBA's wealthiest player. His fortune at the time was estimated at $290 million, with an annual salary of $25 million. At the end of his career, Bryant wrote a poem, Dear Basketball, in which he expressed his love for the sport. In 2017, a short animated movie was made based on this work, for which Kobe Bryant won an Academy Award. He became the first former professional athlete in history to be honored by the Academy Awards. 4 years after the end of his career, Kobe Bryant gets the right to enter the NBA Hall of Fame. According to the basketball player, he mastered perfectly the technique of throwing with a deflection, studying on video the movement of the cheetah during the hunt. Professionals also note Kobe Bryant's strictly vertical style of bringing the ball out, as well as the position of his hands in the shape of the letter T and the use of the index finger in the center of the ball. These nuances help the player control the shot at all levels. Talent and willpower have allowed Black Mamba to have one of the most brilliant careers in professional sports. He is rightfully considered the most productive player and is compared to Michael Jordan, whose records Kobe has always strived to break. By the way, Jordan himself admitted that if anyone can compare to him, it is Kobe Bryant. Bryant's fortune, according to Forbes, exceeded $600 million. It includes record revenues for the player and successful investments, and a generous contract for the production of a personalized model of sneakers. Kobe founded a charitable foundation that helps provide housing for homeless and poor Americans. In addition, he opened a basketball academy for children and himself coached the girls' team, in which his daughter Gianna played. The tragic death of the famous basketball player Kobe Bryant, who with his daughter crashed by helicopter on Sunday, January 26th in Los Angeles County, shook the whole world. 7 other people were killed in the crash. The group was flying to a basketball game at Mamba Bryant Academy. According to officials, the cause of the crash could have been poor visibility due to fog. Many celebrities such as Zinedine Zidane, David and Victoria Beckham, Leonardo DiCaprio, Diego Maradona, Cristiano Ronaldo, Justin Bieber, and others have expressed their condolences these days. Upon learning of Bryant's passing, Jordan said, "Words can't express the pain I feel. I loved Kobe. He was like a little brother to me." LeBron James just cried and refused to speak to reporters. Shaquille O'Neal said that the pain took all the words from so it is impossible to express the grief he feels. Famous golfer Tiger Woods participated in an important tournament on January 26th. He couldn't understand why fans were yelling at him before every club shot. "Do it for Mamba!" Woods and Bryant have been friends for years. It wasn't until after Tiger birdied the final hole that his assistant informed Woods of Black Mamba's demise. "It's one of the most shockingly tragic days of my life," Tiger said. Kobe had used helicopters for years. He and his wife had a strict rule. After the athlete chose a helicopter as his primary means of transportation, The couple agreed that they would never fly together, only apart, so as not to leave their children orphaned in the event of a disaster. One Twitter user predicted 8 years ago that legendary basketball player Kobe Bryant would die in an airplane crash. In 2012, the social network posted a post in which a user with the nickname Noso wrote that basketball player Kobe Bryant would die in a helicopter crash. The publication went viral, and internet users argued about whether it was a karmic prediction or the usual cleverness of a computer program. However, an American journalist, citing support information, noted that there is no software for Twitter that can change the date of publication. What do you think? Is this an ominous prophecy of Black Mamba's fate or a fake?